Welcome back to the Film and TV channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. We have a little movie release as I'm recording this. It's due out tomorrow here in the UK to buy in store, or you can buy this online. And we're going to have a look at a drama romance. It's called Mothering Sunday. Please, we actually monetize the channel now, so you can watch any of the ads or follow any of the links if anything interests you. That'd be great for the channel and help us monetizing going forward. So if you can do that for me, that'd be excellent. Please, all thumbs up are much appreciated. Give us a thumbs up and press that notification button. Tell your friends about the channel, of course, my sister channel as well, the Citizen channel on my football team, Manchester City. If you give your support, that will be much appreciated. Make an old man very, very happy. Right, film review today though, guys. Mothering Sunday, 15 certificate, 104 minutes. Had a little run at the cinema, probably about 4 or 5 weeks back at the end of November 2021. So it's now out to buy. I'll give you the details at the end of this little vlog. It stars, yes, we've got Odessa Young as Jane Fairchild, and we've got Glenda Jackson as an older Jane Fairchild, Josh O'Connor, Paul Sheringham, Olivia Colman as Mrs. Clary Niven, Colin Firth as Mr. Godfrey Niven, Sophie Derusu as Donald, Patsy Ferrain as Millie, Emma Darcy as Emma Hobday, Simon Shepherd as Mr. Giles Hobday, Caroline Harker as Mrs. Sylvia Hobday, Emily Woof as Mrs. Sheringham, and Craig Crosby as Mr. Sheringham. So, yeah, a plethora of British UK actors there starring in this. What's it about? Well, it's a warm spring day in 1924. And even I wasn't around then, guys, so don't start. Housemaid and foundling Jane Fairchild, played by Odessa Young, of course, finds herself alone on Mother's Day. Her employers, Mr. and Mrs. Niven, that's Colin Firth and Olivia Colman, are out, and she has the rare chance to spend an afternoon of abandon with her secret lover. Paul, Josh O'Connor, rich man and poor girl. This is Josh O'Connor, the boy from the manor house nearby, who is Jane's long-term love, despite the fact that he's engaged to be married to another woman. Shocking. A childhood friend and daughter of his parents' friends, but events that neither can foresee will change the course of Jane's life forever. Of course, it's mainly a story about Jane, who becomes an author, obviously based on her experiences in life. It's not a true story, it's just fictional, this, by the way. Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, as at the 29th of January at 9 PM UK time, 78% positivity. So that's good. That's based on 65 reviewers, critics, an average rating of 6.6 out of 10, which is very good again. 51 fresh and 14 rotten. On Metacritic, the film's a weighted average of 67 out of 100, so very similar, again, based on just 14 critics all this time. And it scores 8 positive reviews, 6 mixed, and 0 negative reviews. And it scores anywhere between 60, which is the lowest, so that's pretty good, out of 100, and 90 out of 100. The Guardian's Peter Bradshaw here in the UK, he gave it 60. He said, "It's a lovely looking, lovely sounding movie, handsomely designed, meticulously shot, and impeccably performed. And it also has interesting things to say about the emotional toughness and the Greenian splinter of ice in the heart that is needed by a writer. But I have to admit that despite my liking for slow cinema, I found something a bit indulgent and classy about the unvarying andante pace." Yeah, so a little bit of criticism mixed in, but not too much. Screen Daily Wendy Ide, though, she gave it 99 out of 100. She was impressed. A richly detailed mosaic of a movie which pays as much attention to emotional authenticity, a dull ache of grief, which is the aftermath of the First World War, and a smouldering yearning between the two lovers, as it does to the story itself. Internet Movie Database, this is what we look at. We've got 896 scores and reviews left as I'm doing this, and it averages just that watchable rating of 6 out of 10. So just crawled over that figure I like to see with these films. And that's at 896. I've discounted the 1 out of 10s, I've discounted the 10 out of 10s, and we're left with 512 people who gave it between 6 and 9 out of 10, and just 257 who gave it between 2 and 5 out of 10. So 66% positivity. But enough of this positivity. There are negative comments, and I'll just give you some of the Internet Movie Database users' comments, summarising some of the comments, just one line from their reviews, if you like. Here we go. Despite this, as I say, we've got these negative comments. The 2 lead performances, said someone, in this film are really not very impressive, so they didn't like it. Pretentious and boring, said another. Someone else, I wanted to like this film, but it strikes me as an empty book, an idea about time, but with no place to go. Someone from across the pond. These Brits, or those Brits, you've got to hand it to them. They love to make drawn-out love stories that are near impossible not to doze off to. Well, perhaps if you're suffering from insomnia, it might be of some use to you over the pond. Merchant Ivory, it ain't, said somebody. And for the last negativity, I've got to show that because I've been quite positive with the critics, haven't we? Dreadful, slow, and very pretentious. Yeah, pretentious is a word that's been used quite a few times. So my little thoughts. Yes, if you're offended by full frontal nudity, both male and female, perhaps give this a miss because there's quite a lot of it. But it generally sits pretty well with the theme of the film in the context of this period drama. So don't worry too much about it. It's an interesting drama, but as you can see from that, and as you can see from just watching it, I do say from the many years of having a video shop and people asking me what's worth a watch and what isn't. You get to know what people like, and obviously I knew sort of a lot of my customers, and I sort of knew what they'd like and what they wouldn't like. And this wouldn't be to everyone's taste. It's definitely a slow burn period drama. And at times, dare I say, a little bit mundane, and at times, yes, just a little bit boring, which is, I think, in all fairness, I don't think you can not say that. I think it is. But there's also plenty to like about it. Of course, on the acting front, we've got some great acting. On the shooting front, we've got some great sets and some atmosphere within the scenes of the film. As we take a small look at one of my favourite series, of course, Upstairs, Downstairs. That's what it's all about in this 20s. Likeable characters. Well, as much as you can get to know some of the characters, there's not a lot of in-depth character build-up in this, to be honest with you. Likeable characters, both rich and poor, and dislikable ones, as you'd expect. I mean, Colin Firth's character, for instance, is very hard to dislike. Obviously, he's from the privileged classes, but he's very, very hard to be negative on a decent bloke by the looks of it. Odessa Young, of course, is excellent. And of course, in Prince Charles mould, we've got Josh O'Connor, who obviously, when he's playing this role, you can't help but think Prince Charles from the TV series. And he does a good job of the rich man wanting his cake and eating it, which is what he does in this film. At times, though, you just want to say to Odessa's character, you feel like saying to Odessa's character, and then obviously you think on that you can do better. But in all fairness, it's all part of a master plan, I think, and you're left to feel that it's she that's using him and not the other way around, which is good. I wanted to feel that anyway, so I was quite happy with that. And the other main relationship that Odessa plays between her character Jane and Donald, that obviously follows this relationship, which he obviously is played out as well. Doesn't quite work for me. Doesn't feels like a bit of filler rather than part of the film. Very secondary, although it's a fair proportion of the film. It just didn't quite work, and we don't really get to relate to this relationship as we did with the earlier one, of course. That's personally me. Let me know what you think on that. In Glenda Jackson's part, very small of this, very, very small bit of a, obviously 5 minutes at most, I would have thought. Obviously, there's a reason for it, but again, doesn't quite work overall, although obviously it is telling the story or ending the story in the film in a good way. Again, it seems a little bit periphery to me. Boring I can imagine boring for many, but it was okay for me. I thought it was okay. And let's face it, I'm a red-blooded male, and what red-blooded male wouldn't enjoy 15 minutes of Odessa Young's character tastefully wandering naked through the equivalent of Downton Abbey? I mean, that was okay for me, fine by me. So, as I say, score-wise, just about watchable for me. I am going to give it my watchable 6 out of 10, but I can totally see why many scored it far less than this and many didn't like it and came up with the critique above. But for me, it was okay, and that's all I'm going to say. Perhaps could have been better given the actors put together, given the script. It could have been tweaked a bit and been a bit more, perhaps a little bit better than it was. But I say there's a lot of dislike out there for the pace of the film, and I can fully understand that. As I said, this is available to own now here in the UK, so you want to go into your local store that stocks these things. It should be available from Monday the 31st of January, and it's $9.99 on DVD and $14.99 on Blu-ray. So there you go. Let me know what you think, guys. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Whatever going to do rest day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. To me here again on the Film and TV channel. I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.